So tell them about what we did this weekend.
We went to MLW.
Major League Wrestling.
Major League Wrestling. Shout out everybody involved with that. They treated us well.
Treated us fantastic.
Especially the dude in Valet, bro. What a guy,
man!
What a guy,
my guy. So we pull up. O'Shea and I we drove there together. We met here at the studio.
Yep.
We drive down to Long Beach.
Pulling up in a Lexus King
with the 2 Sweet license plate. And 2 cars ahead of us, a parking guy who's security puts up a sign and it says, "RJ, you still back there?" It says parking. Well, this is okay. So we're going to get to the pictures. Basically, we were told there was no parking left, and then I pull up and I roll down O'Shea's window, and he pops his head out, and the guy's like, "No, we don't have any parking." Oh wait, you Ice Cube's kid? Oh, come on in.
Absolutely, so
that was pretty dope. That we kind of used that card to get in, and the people who stopped us. And look, I'm not stupid. I get it. You, the movie star, you're the one that they know for the most part. But the amount of people that stopped us to tell us how much they enjoyed the podcast was kind of humbling, man. It really was. From, the security, the people in the crowd, to just getting stopped everywhere we went throughout that show. People coming up. You must have taken, like, no lie, 100 pictures that night. I took about 15 myself. And, it's really cool because that was the idea, that we could bring a wrestling community together without all the BS, without all the fighting. Let's just have fun and nerd out and geek out about wrestling. And the response that we got, where people are really seeing that. And then I gotta say, man, thank you guys, because it was humbling. It truly was.
So as wrestling fans, we've seen podcasts everywhere. We've seen people's shows and how they do it. And, there's a bunch of things that obviously we speak on that we don't agree with, but we do it in a way that we want a positive way, a positive platform. And everybody who, showed love to us at Battle Riot VII, we really appreciate you guys. Anybody who obviously we couldn't get around to taking pictures with, we apologize, but we're running on time. Shout out to everybody involved. I actually, there is a luchador that I am a fan of after seeing him at MLW. A gentleman by the name of Templario.
Templario, yes.
Bro, this dude got it. He is the main character. And, you got a fan in me, bro, wherever you are. My man, Paul Walter Hauser.
Let's talk about Paul Walter Hauser.
Boy, when I tell you, this dude is my spirit animal.
RJ, you can just go ahead and just start popping up some of those pictures if you want. They don't have to be labeled, just to kind of show, there we have a picture that was a tag team match earlier in the night. Man, this was great. It was Battle Riot VII. Yeah.
And the beach, Long Beach.
What else do we got? Let's see, picture wise. There we had a cool little women's match there.
Yeah, man.
What else you got, RJ? Then we got our guy,
my dog,
formerly known as Baron Corbin, now known as Bishop Dyer. Yeah. He was there. What's that?
Tom Pestock.
Tom Pestock. Yeah, man. Cool dude. He was part of the show, and he seemingly might be in a tag team with Dijak.
Yeah, which is big as hell.
And I love that off the bat, like a new Skyscrapers. And I told them that, like, man, I love the idea as you as a tag team. What else we got? We got any other? I think we got some more pictures.
Yeah, I'll always be a fan of back there. Pestock.
And there's your guy right there, my guy too. He
the main character, bro. He came out with main character energy syndrome, whatever you want to call it. That dude, he got it, and they're treating him as such. But yeah, I'm a fan of that dude, bro. He brings it. He goes.
Templario, he had the long sword, and then we got Matt Riddle, our guy. Yeah. The MLW champion. That's him standing tall after a 39. Was it 39?
Yeah, he had 39 other competitors.
In Battle Royal, he was the last man standing. It was for his MLW World Championship. Riddle went out there and he survived. There was, it looked like he wasn't going to be able to, we had a RVD come out at
number 40.
End.
Number 40
came out
in that battle royal, bro.
Jinder Mahal, Hammerstone. Yeah. He was out there. The former Chris Masters, Chris Adonis. Laker fan.
Fan, by the way.
Journey Fatu, who was Jacob's little brother. We were like, how many of you are there? Right. He's like, there's like 48. This bloodline ain't never going to end. So if you're not a fan, you might as well start watching rugby or something because they're coming, And then, do you have any
listen, with Samoa, bro, it might be a couple at rugby. You never know.
Oh, yeah. And so there we got Matt Riddle and O'Shea. That was, we were fortunate, they invited us into the locker room. Yeah. Which, you try to be respectful. Like that's a big deal. I couldn't
believe you let me hold the belt, bro.
That belt, that's one of the best championship belts out there, the one that Matt Riddle has. And then there's another picture, I believe, with the four of us. There you go. I put this on our Instagram and name this faction. There's you and I, Bishop Dyer, Riddle, in the dressing room, just two cool cats who could legitimately, when you talk about bar fight crews,
all right,
if you had those two on your side, you were making it out. Yeah. Okay. No one's mentioned Riddle on a bar fight crew yet for some odd reason. Yeah. Matt Riddle's is real and as legitimate as it gets. Yeah.
Professional ass beater.
Yes. Yeah. And then, we have the actor, Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, man. And from the jump, showed color.
Man.
From the jump.
Right off the bat, he gets stabbed in the head with like a pair of wire cutters. Yeah. He's bleeding. First of all, this dude's an actor. He's an Emmy Award-winning actor, right? He has fought, and I got to give him props for that because he followed his love of pro wrestling to actually get into the ring. And he's done many matches, and he's doing elbow drops off of ladders,
through tables.
Through tables. I don't know if RJ's got those pictures, but man, you got to give him a shout out. You don't have those. Okay.
Tip my cap to him. The dude goes. He loves it. He breathes it. And, there's just something about seeing somebody who don't have to do it. Do it. Right. Like, that's how I used to feel about Shane McMahon, bro. Like, Shane would be jumping off things and doing stuff where I'm just like, you do not
need to
have to go this hard. And you do it just for the love of the game. And, shout out to my dude, bro, Paul Hauser. You are an inspiration.
Yeah, man, you're a G.
The American dream.
I'm way too old to be trying that, but if I was younger, that would inspire me to try to go take a bump. But nah, man, my back will break.
Bro, if they ever, TJ, let me in there, I'm gonna go so hard, bro, because it's one thing to like do a celebrity spot, but if I could get a nod from my people, from wrestling fans, I'll forever have that. So one day, man, one day. Watch new episodes of No Contest Wrestling every Wednesday or listen wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at No Contest Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.